Hey, this is my 2018 Sprinter, and it's the short wheelbase high top, and I've camperized it, and I'm just going to show you some of the functionality of the camperization. I'm going to make a separate video which kind of looks into more of the whys and wheres of the technical stuff, like where you get things and what I did and why I did it and all that stuff. So this one's just going to cover off just some of the basic functions of the camperization. So let's have a little look in the sliding door compartment. Okay, so here we have the basic setup of the elevated bed with the gear stored underneath, with a common area kitchen in the middle. So in this common area, we've got down here, we've got food storage here with additional food storage in this bin behind, shoes, a little porta potty, more food storage bins back in here with pots and stuff like that. This is a little 12-volt cooler, very, very efficient, wonderful, doesn't make any noise, doesn't draw a lot of power. Here we've got a stove and sink, and obviously with all the little plates again for plates and whatnot. All of these are held into place with magnets so that they don't slide around. You can kind of hear it click into place, holds it pretty good. And then we've just got whatever, your wine and fire extinguisher. In behind there is a little propane tank that feeds the stove. That's the only thing that the propane tank feeds, is the stove. It's got a little shut-off valve right here for the stove. So when we're not using it, it's just under low pressure. This sink, very simple system here of fresh water with a drain. The fresh water has a submersible pump right inside the tank. The submersible pump can be disconnected with this quick disconnect here, and the water can be disconnected like that very easily and simply with that quick connector. And same thing with the drain tank. You just unscrew this, slide it all out, and that can be emptied very quickly and easily. Let's look at this. We've got the swivel seats in the front here with a table that sets up quickly and easily. And the benefit of the table is it can spin. And then when you want to put it back away, it does so quickly and easily. The seats are swivel right from the factory, so they're nice and quiet and simple to operate. Underneath the seat, this is really where most of the electrical is. There's a little circuit panel under this box that just comes out with a couple screws. We've got this plug is for the cooler, this one is for the pump for the sink. Then we've got some additional USB charging portals, and a voltmeter which just gets activated with this little button here. Tells you how many volts you're carrying in your battery, your house battery, spare battery. Okay, let's go have a look around back. Oh yeah. Good thing to remember here. This is a diesel heater. So it's just a little heating unit that draws diesel right from the main tank, and it draws in air and discharges through the base of under the vehicle. And then just up here we've got the controller up in there for simple operation. We've got some simple blinds here. They're just fabric with some, again, with some magnets for quick and easy application, and a big drape for the front that just hooks in easily to a bunch of things. Okay, so let's go have a look. Oh, this is this is spare water, so you've got that water jug for rinsing dishes and brushing your teeth and whatnot. This is kind of more jug, you just tilt it on its side and you can, you know, fill up water bottles and fill up pots for coffee or pasta or whatever. So that's kind of bulk water there. And yeah. Oh, and the last thing, got a little cutting board. Again, everything's held in place by little magnets. And yeah, let's go take a look around the back. So our sports are mostly mountain biking and rock climbing, and so we've got our two mountain bikes here. Mine is an extra large frame with 27.5-inch wheels, and then so that fits with the seat down. The bed platform here is actually adjustable in height. This nut here is a compression fitting, and it just slides in this track. So you just loosen it and you can adjust it to any height. So depending on what kind of gear you're carrying, whether or not you've got bikes, you can control the height. We've got climbing gear here with helmets for biking and whatnot underneath. Obviously quick accessible chairs and leveling blocks here. You'll see along the sides of the van is this track here, and so you can put these, you can put them anywhere you want. They slide and adjust easily. And the last thing I'll just point out is that we installed a max air fan, which can blow air in or out, and does so really quietly and efficiently. Oh, maybe the last thing I'll point out is right in here, back in here, we've got a little 40-watt solar panel, and there's a little plug under the front hood for quickly plugging that in for charging the house battery, the backup battery. Okay, well, that's it for the functionality tour. Like I said, you can look for my other video where I talk about some of the more technical aspects of what I did and why I did it. Okay, thanks. This video is just going to talk a little bit about kind of some of the more technical stuff and why we did what we did and didn't do other things. So let's just have a quick look here under the hood, and then we'll make our way back. So just to point out here, we ordered the house battery right from the factory. So it's located here. The vehicle battery is actually inside the vehicle, so that makes this one quite accessible. I've got a little lead coming right off the battery here. And for this lead, you can plug in a solar charging system, which we have, or you can plug in a small battery charger. If you've got 120 volt, you can plug that in. So that's accessible. Let's go take a look around the side here. So I'll just tell you a little bit about the insulation. For the floor insulation, this is like a sound and thermal insulation. It's a sticky back with a foil cover. So we put that down along the entire base of the floor, including the wheel wells, and then reinstalled the factory provided wood floor on top of that. The walls all use rock sol insulation, which is like a rock mineral type insulation that doesn't absorb any type of moisture or doesn't promote mildew growth or anything like that. It was really useful and critical, particularly in the lower parts of the van where you've got a lot of deep crevices that are hard to work with, like rigid foam insulation and whatnot. A couple of the panels at the back of the van and the ceiling were done with a rigid foam isocyanate closed foam board with additional expanding foam to seal up gaps. So that's the insulation. Though all of the ceilings and the walls are just done with 1/4 inch good one side plywood, unfinished. And it's unfinished so that it breathes, so it can absorb moisture and then release it during the day. Clean easily. This is a 120 volt plug-in. I've just got a receptor on the outside so that if we happen to have 120 volt, you can plug in easily and whatever, either charge a laptop or do whatever you need to do, but you got 120 volt if accessibility inside the vehicle, if you have that available. This floor here, you'll see that you know, it's whatever, almost 2 inches thick, which we needed because for a couple of reasons. When you swivel the seats, your feet can actually, if you didn't have this, it'd be too far down to this floor. Your feet dangle. So we needed an elevated platform for that. We also needed a for our table leg, you need to have something deep so you're not going into the floor. The other thing that this wood does, it provides a nice level surface for your center console, which we've screwed down so that doesn't move. And so yeah, this wood serves function for many things like that, but we wanted to at the same time maximize headroom in the main part where we'd be standing all the time. So we maintained this part at the original floor level, just to give, I'm 6'3", so I wanted to maintain maximum headroom, and so it's fine for me at 6'3", like I'm not hitting my head and whatnot. Just a 12 volt, high efficiency 12 volt cooler held into place with bungee cords on either side. That we've been traveling now up and down bumpy roads, and that seems to keep it in place nicely. All of the cabinetry in here can come out with a screwdriver and a socket set, and the bed frame come out. All of it can come out in about a half hour. 2 people, half hour, you can have all of this cleared out. If you're needing to use it for cargo purposes, which was something that we wanted to have that option available to us, not have fixed cabinetry. Let's go around the back. Okay, so this is called L-Track. This is that system where you can make attachments. I've got one attachment in here with an L bracket to secure this post. It's secured to the floor, it's secured to here, and that supports the bed. With this angle piece here, it can slide up and down. The bed surface itself is made out of 1 inch square aluminum bars in 2 segments, and each segment is held into place with a couple bolts that can be undone just by hand with these wing nuts. So again, you can take that bed out, or you can just simply adjust the height of the bed quick. Anyways, hope that was helpful. Thanks for watching. Bye.